Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a January update on how I'm using these 4 Hobonichis in my lineup this year, how it's going so far. So if you're interested in seeing how I use them and how I guess it's been going for the first month, please keep watching. Thank you. Okay, so first I'm going to talk about the 5-year techo. This is new to me this year. It starts in 2022. So I've been in this for 1 month and it's been quite an interesting experience because I kind of struggled like starting to write in it, but I have filled in every day up so far, so it's been good. But I think there's a lot of pressure to start writing it, especially like January 1st and the first week and stuff like that. So I managed to keep it up because I in the beginning started to write what I wanted to write on my computer. So I would basically be like write what I wanted to put in here, and kind of read it over and see like, oh, if that's what I like, if that's what I want it to sound. So it actually is kind of like, I think when I flip through this maybe in the end of the year, you'll see that I kind of am very rigid, I guess, how I'm writing it. I'm very afraid to draw in it at the moment, but I hope to incorporate that in the future. But yeah, so it's going great. I've kept up with it and I hope to be more comfortable, I guess, in using this from this February and onwards. So yeah. Okay, so next we have this A6 size techo. This is the day free that's inside. That means it's the undated version. It has the monthly overviews in the front here. I currently use this techo as my school/business idea techo. I made stickers and labels for myself to kind of make this more functional for me. I've had the A6 day free for the past 2 years, but I used it more memory keeping style, and this time I wanted to utilize it for more work, school related, more functional, especially because I have another memory keeping Hobonichi and my 5-year techo. I didn't want like a day free to be used for memory keeping because I didn't need the space and I didn't want to have a third memory keeping book. So I use this for school, and at the moment when I started using this, I had kind of tried to create some like business ideas and things like that. So this is kind of how it started, and then I started school recently and I made these little title pages. So I include the date, the time, and the local time, like the time it is for me. I think in this new kind of world, I think it's common to have meetings and things like that in other time zones, so that's what it is for me. So basically, every time I have a lecture, I put one of these stickers at the top and I write down what the title is or the theme of the lecture is, and I kind of make my own like little label for it. So it's extremely functional, and my labels are really thin, so it's not adding any bulk to it, which is really nice because I want to keep this really functional for my school. And so far it's just basically listening and note taking, so it's not much like like a need to prep and things like that. I don't have homework to kind of jot down and brainstorm, so it's kind of so far just been listening and taking notes just straight down. So it's been really working for me, and yeah, I hope to keep putting these little labels at the top. And what I do for this academic one is I have this like date, so this is the 3rd of February. I had a lecture, and then for the here, what do you call this, like yearly overview kind of thing, where they kind of show where you have like space to write with the date. I just basically write the page number on the date I had the lecture and then what the lecture was called. So hopefully I'll have like a nice little overview of the whole year, and then this yellow symbol I kind of started to do, it means I had the lecture. So basically I'm going to be matching the page number with the lecture with this page, instead of having it on this kind of monthly view. I haven't really figured out how to use it like super intensely, but this is how it works for me. And there's not much prep I need to do ahead of time, like homework wise, so just kind of listing the lecture titles and things like that is enough for me. So yeah, this is how I'm implementing my day free, and what I created for it as well. So yeah, it's been working really well, and this is my academic day free slash business potentially day free. So yeah. Okay, so next I have my 2 Hobonichi weeks. For those who follow my channel, know that I love the Hobonichi weeks. It's kind of the 2 planners that I really check in with every day. Like I said before, for the 5-year one, sometimes I write my journal entry on the computer, so it's not an everyday thing necessarily, but these 2 I definitely open up every day. I'll start with this one here. This is my memory keeping one. This is the Very Hungry Caterpillar one. It is the January start. And yeah, I've been going well so far. I've been kind of maintaining what I did last year, which is, you know, redating it, because this is my memory keeping one. I actually want to leave pages, more pages, I guess, because last year I used multiple pages when I went to exhibitions or traveling, and so I like to insert a lot of paper in here. So I actually, instead of starting this on the actual day, I decided to start on the first page, which is in November. So this is actually January, but I'm on November here, and eventually I'll like catch up to whatever date it is now in the techo, or like the days will line up, I mean. But I'm trying to use every single page because based off of last year's Hobonichi weeks, I learned that I do need all the pages. So the notes pages in the back here are currently blank in case I need to spill over into them. I didn't want to have to decide like, oh, maybe I shouldn't journal in here because, you know, I only have X amount of pages left, so I'm giving myself a lot of options based on what I learned from last year. So yeah, this is my memory keeping. It's going really well, and yeah. And this is my last one. This is my everyday functional Hobonichi weeks. This is the one that I use every day. I write the weather, I track when I go out, I have a to-do list and things like that, and what I eat for dinner. So yeah, I mean, I think it's very similar to what I've been doing last year. I have a new like kind of sticker sheet or sticker column here. What I mean is last year I would always put like a onigiri, which is like a rice ball, washi sticker here, and I would do that every day and have it there just kind of already set. But now I have this, I have it here. I've been using these ones from Midori, and I kind of pick one that kind of symbolizes the day. I mean, they're not super accurate, but I would just kind of stick one there, and it kind of like, I remember last year like looking at them all kind of like so and seeing just the variety, and it's nice for me to just kind of have like a sticker to place on every day, even though it's just a small one. So yeah, this is how it's going for me. Yeah, just super functional. I have a to-do list. On one side, I either put notes or, you know, other things like that. And in the monthly view, I just track birthdays, video uploads, laundry, and things like that. So yeah, just super functional. In the front here, I'm actually tracking my exercise still, like steps. I did it last year. I used the same kind of like a little piggy that's exercising, kind of motivating me to work out, and I'm still doing the step tracker here. And that's really easy because my phone tracks my steps, and even I don't have my phone all the time, I still write it down. So like one day I have 0, so I must have left my phone somewhere, and I was trying to stay off of it for the day, so I have 0 as well. So even though I did move that day, I mean. But yeah, so this is how it's going. In the back here, I have my movie tracker. As you'll see or maybe you've seen in my last year's one, I tracked my movies and TV shows that I watch and games I played. I've kept it up as well. I really enjoy doing it, actually. I'm a little bit behind on filling in the information, but it's going really well for me. And yeah. In my memory keeping Hobonichi weeks in the front, I track for the year, this kind of yearly overview, I actually track COVID cases here in Japan. I started highlighting them because I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of picking up here. But I didn't realize how high it's going to be going, so I kind of like stopped highlighting and kind of see where the peak is. So hopefully, you know, it'll be a good indication of this kind of fourth wave we're experiencing here. And I'll have that in my memory keeping as well. So this is the second way I'm using this kind of yearly overview, so if you're interested as well. So yeah, that's how my January has gone, and it's going really well for myself. And yes, I hope this kind of gives you a nice update, I guess, on how I'm using these four. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.